Hello. I thought I'd take you through our weightlifting training process, or the planning process and the structure of each session, just to clarify for our existing members and to give a flavour of people who are thinking about joining the club what we do. So here it is in our hieroglyphics. The first thing you have to be able to do is decipher my handwriting. But I normally put at the top a theme or some key coaching point that we're trying to work on, something that's come over from the last week or the last session. Today was hip drive on the jerk, so that was something that's missing, so I wanted to make sure that I kept reinforcing that today. Then we have the preparation, and this will be some of our structural integrity work, so we're looking at movements that aren't specific to weightlifting but are good for transitioning from office or school and driving to getting the body moving, ready to start the specific weightlifting work. So this will be lunge patterns, locomotion, like moving, skipping, or what have you, some trunk core work, shoulders to hips, stability, some squat variations, and maybe even sometimes some light dumbbell work. This is a movement coordination type warm-up, and so the weightlifters have to start thinking. They can't just go through the motions, and we might tweak something each time just so that they can't go on autopilot. They have to transition from whatever's going through their heads, so by the end of that, their body's warm and their mind's ready to receive some technical coaching. Then we do a few barbell exercises. Traditional ones are hinging, pressing, overhead squat. We'll also use SOTS press, snatch balance quite a lot, just to get the body moving and speed under the bar. These are all done light weights, 10 kilos, 15 kilos, sometimes stick or slosh pipe for junior lifters. Then we normally start with snatch. It's the most difficult lift, so we do snatch variations. We do snatch every time we lift because it's the most difficult lift and people need the preparation. And it's either pulling from the floor is normally okay, except for tall athletes or people with stiff backs, but it's getting under the bar. So we normally start from the top and get down. So we start higher up and gradually get the bar down until we're lifting from the floor. That's just my methodology. I'm not saying that's the best way, that's just what we seem to do here. Then we'll do a clean or push jerk or split jerk combination. We rarely do cleans on their own. Again, it's quite a simple lift. It's loading compared to the snatch and the jerk. This jerk, getting the bar above their head and getting under the bar for snatch seems to be the hardest lifts. As Marius said, the clean is just caveman stuff in relative terms, but we do it. For our junior lifters, we add something in there, I wouldn't say the term, some underlying strength patterns. So this week it's a mini leg circuit, so they're doing a leg circuit to try and get that strong, unloaded on the spine, because we don't want to put barbells, junior lifters under barbells all the time, and that might be dumbbell complexes as well. And we try and put that in either at the beginning to get the movement patterns going. Wouldn't put the leg circuit at the beginning, that's at the end. So we're developing their overall strength as well as developing their barbell specific technique. And what we found, sometimes even older lifters who come in, I say older lifters, those over 25, by doing that, they get underlying movement patterns on a broad base, which means teaching the technical lifts is a lot easier than just thrashing the heck out of a barbell and hoping they get under there through repetition. And then we might finish off with some squat pattern as well for everybody, or a pull or a heavier lift at the end. Depending on the phase of training, we limit that here because people can do that quite easily at home. Technical ability for a squat and a deadlift is simple compared to weightlifting, so we want to work on the technique. Okay, not saying those things aren't important, but it's where my coaching time and focus can be spent in these sessions. Anyway, thanks for watching, and thanks to all our weightlifters who come and train.